When coupling two HST Power cars nose to nose, you must use the long bar kept in the emergency tool cupboard on any power car. The long bar is required due to the fact that with the two power cars facing each other, the shorter bar would not give the clearance for the two noses to be apart. If you use the short bar, the noses would come into contact with each other, causing damage. Before shunting two HST Power cars nose to nose together, the shunter must come to a clear understanding with the driver and or other shunter, explaining what type of signalling is going to be used and exactly what's going to take place. The shunter must always ensure that scotches are used to secure the vehicle that is not being moved and is being assisted. The shunter can also use the parking brake, but he must not rely on this. The vehicle must always be scotched. You cannot put an ETS connection through because of the bar which is connecting the two vehicles together, and also the distance between the two power cars. The shunter will find it difficult to see the driver from the driver's position in the cab, so he'll either use a second shunter who will be up beside the driver, looking out of the window, transferring signals verbally, or use shunting radios. Once the shunter has the driver stopped 6 feet from the power car is going to assist, he will then drop the brake pipe cocks on both power cars to ensure they can't move while he's in between working. He will then prepare the assisting power car, attach the long bar to the coupling. He will secure it with the large pin, and that will be secured underneath the coupling by the small security pin. He can then go to the power car that's being assisted, again lifting the nose end hatch, then remove the pin from the rear of the coupling to allow him to pull it out telescopically. The large pin at the back needs to be placed back into the hole so that when the coupling is complete and the assisting loco pushes back, that pin will drop into place, thus securing the couplings. He will then put both brake pipe cocks back in the operating position and ask the driver to come in to the correct position. He will then lift the rigid bar onto the telescopic coupling from the assisted loco. Secure it again with the large pin, and again use a small security pin underneath the coupling to secure it into position. The shunter will then lift the brake pipe cock on the assisting loco. He will move to a position of safety and instruct the driver to squeeze in. The rear pin on the loco that's being assisted will drop once the telescopic coupling is back in place. The shunter will then again drop the brake pipe cock on the assisting loco, go back in. He will put the security pin underneath the rear pin of the assisted loco to hold that in place. The shunter will then lift the brake pipe cock on the assisting loco, move to a position of safety, and ask the driver to perform a pull test. Once he's happy with this, he will then drop the brake pipe cock again on the assisting loco and proceed to couple up the main reservoir pipes and the brake pipes. He will couple up the main reservoir pipes first, open the main reservoir pipe cocks, followed by the brake pipes last, and open the brake pipe cocks. Once the shunter is happy that there is no leaks from the main reservoir pipes or brake pipes, the shunter will then satisfy himself that the driver has carried out all necessary isolations on the assisted power car. He will remove the scotches. The coupling is then complete and the driver will be able to move off. Due to the positioning of the brake pipe cocks and main reservoir cocks, the shunter is unable to pull both cocks down at the same time. In an ideal world, you would have a second shunter there and they could do each set of cocks simultaneously. When uncoupling two HST power cars which have been coupled together nose to nose, the shunter must ensure that he's come to a clear understanding with the driver and or other shunter regarding exactly what's going to take place and what type of signalling is going to be used. He must also ensure that there are scotches available to secure the vehicle that he is leaving behind. He can also use the power car's parking brake, but must not rely upon this to secure the vehicle. He will advise the driver that he's going in between to start work. He will uncouple the brake pipe hoses first. He will open the brake pipe cock on the assisting loco to ensure it can't move while he's in between working. He will then proceed to uncouple the main reservoir hoses. He will then take out the front pin on the long bar from the assisted loco, lift the brake pipe cock on the assisting loco and move to a position of safety. He will ask the driver to move away to a position where he can continue working safely. He will then again put the brake pipe cock down on the assisting loco so it can't move while he's in between working. Then go to the assisted loco. The pin should be placed back in its hole on the front of the drawbar and the security pin replaced. The shunter will then put the brake pipe hose and main reservoir hose back on their dummy couplings inside the nose end of the power car. The brake pipe cock will be placed back into the running position. Once this has been done, you can drop the hatch and secure it. The shunter will then go to the assisting loco. Remove the drawbar and put it in a position of safety, and then replace the end pin and replace the security pin. Place the main reservoir hose and brake pipe hose back onto their dummy couplings inside the nose end. The last thing the shunter should do is put the brake pipe cock back into the running position. You must then close the hatch immediately and make his way to a position of safety as soon as possible. Get the long bar and replace it back into the power car emergency tool cupboard where it came from. You will remove the scotches. The shunter can then inform the driver that the uncoupling operation is complete.